Welcome back to Stuart Arts. Today I'm replacing my Delta 46-460 with a Delta 46-460. Well, Jim, why are you doing that? Well, there's a sad story that led me to that decision, and it starts with me frying the speed controller on this lathe. The forward and reverse switch had gotten to a point where it wasn't operating, and I was pretty sure that the switch was just full of sawdust. So I took the electrical box off, and indeed there was sawdust in the box and inside the switch. Took it all apart, cleaned it up, set it down here while it was still wired up, plugged it in after I cleaned it, and ran the lathe through its paces, and it was fine. And I came back and I was getting ready to put the box back on to the headstock here, and I noticed that there was a wire not landed in there. So I went over to my workbench and I grabbed a pair of needle nose pliers, and I grabbed that connector and I grounded it to the speed controller. I had not unplugged the darn thing, and so I created a lightning bolt and I zapped my speed controller on this. So the lathe works in full speed, and the only way you can change the speed is to put it on the, one of the three belts, and that's just, I'm spoiled on my variable speed, so I had to have that back. And shopping for a speed controller for this machine, you're going to pay more than the machine is worth to get the part. And so this has actually got a bearing issue as well, so I thought, you know what, I think I'll just replace the lathe. Now you might ask, well, why didn't you go with something like a Jet 1221 variable speed? And the answer is this: on any given day, that lathe is $200 more than the Delta. I think right now it's 800 and something online. This one is typically $675. But there was another reason for it, and that is that our club bought two of the Jet lathes, received them around Christmas, and there were bearing problems in the headstock on both of those lathes, and they had to go back. And I'm not sure we've still, to this day, gotten that issue fully resolved. And that just kind of I was like, no, I don't want somebody shipping a lathe to me that has a problem. So I decided that I wanted to buy this from a brick and mortar place so that if I had a problem, I could take it back. There was a sale that was run on the internet, and I could have had this shipped to me from some nameless, faceless online outfit, and I could have gotten it for $450, and through Amazon I could have got it $450 with free shipping. But I was a little nervous about that because of the issues that our club had receiving these big lathes and having to do returns and everything with somebody that you have to ship stuff to. So there were sales running on this lathe for $450, and I had read on Lowe's homepage that they would match prices. Their internet price for this lathe is $675, and so I took my iPhone in and I talked to the manager and I asked him if he could match this internet price that was available at that time. It was $459.50, something like that, for this lathe. And he went online and looked at the internet sale price, and he said, yes, I'll match it. So they sold me my new Delta 46-460 for the price that I could have got it on the internet, and total out the door was $460. And so I went and picked it up yesterday, and here it is. So I just took this thing out of the box, and I have run it through its paces, and it seems to work just fine. And I will say that it's in good shape. This is the first large thing I have ordered in a while that the box did not come damaged. I went and picked this thing up, the box is in good shape. But when I did take this out of the box, I was a little disappointed because the banjo is loose from the bed here. And it looks like what happened is it's just the snap ring has come off the, I don't know what you call this thing, this cross shaft that locks it down. It's this cam lock piece here. So I should be able to pop that back on and get this thing going without any problems. And of course, another benefit for me is I wanted to keep my workstation here, which is set up for the 46-460. Installed the new lathe here. It's the same footprint as the old one, so it dropped right onto my workstation. Took me all of 30 minutes to get it out of the box, and to bolt it down. Fit and finish looks good. There was no cosmoline or anything like that to deal with. The snap ring that had come off of this cam lock mechanism popped right back on, no problems. Looks like it's secure on there, so I don't think there will be an issue. So I've got a piece of wood chucked up and I'm ready to do my inaugural run. So our maiden run was satisfactory. It's tight, it's quiet, there's no bearing noise. Everything is adjusted just where it ought to be with the cam locks in it, and I'm looking forward to using this. So I hereby accept this Delta 46-460 into the Stuart Arts workshop. We'll be applying this sticker.